Good afternoon. My name is Sam Gandhi. I'm the chair of the College Advisory Council. I'm a member of the class of 1990. I'm also a parent of two graduates of the college and a current student at the college. It's my honor and it's my true privilege to be the first one to welcome you as the class of 2027 to the greatest university in the world. I also want to congratulate you and your families for all the efforts that you made in getting here, and given I know that it's close to the end of the summer, I'm sure you're ready to get it going at this point. So now, while you and I were in classes that are 40 years apart from each other, I'm fairly sure we share some of the same emotions being in this very majestic and somewhat intimidating place. And when Dean Hale asked me a few weeks ago to speak to you, I was incredibly honored, and at the time I was very excited. And then a few minutes ago, when I kind of came in and checked in and I walked around and I looked at all of you, I started flipping out and thinking, I don't really belong here. I'm not too sure I should really deserve to be here. In fact, it was the exact same emotion that I had when I was sitting where you're sitting all those years ago when I came to the college. So I calmed down a bit. Took a deep breath. Jim convinced me that I was still here. I looked at the program. My name was on it, so I know I'm supposed to be here. But guess what? So are you. And so the only thing that I would tell you in this very, very exciting day, that if you can remember one thing, which is that you are meant to be here. And admission to this wonderful college, you know, it isn't random. You know how hard you and your families have worked to get here, and the college only admits those that they think are capable of succeeding here. But I can tell you that there is no process here that is going to transform you into something you're not. Rather than transform the college experience, both academically and otherwise, it reveals what will ultimately be the best version of yourself. Now, the path to being the best version of yourself, it just isn't simple. And while all the tools are here, it requires you to have an open mind. And I know many universities say that, but we mean it here. And that means having an intellectually open campus. Now, you can say, what does that mean? What does that mean for me? It means in your learning, being willing to get out of your comfort zone. It means being willing to learn from somebody who doesn't look like you, who doesn't think like you. They have different experiences than you do. It may be hard. I know at times it's going to be uncomfortable. You may not be successful at first. And get ready. There are going to be times, from time to time, you're going to get offended at what you hear. But that is what's required in the path to intellectual discovery and the pursuit of your best self. In that sense, while the college has evolved many ways since I was an undergraduate, we share that common thread. And as much as those college principles have stayed consistent, we've seen how our society has evolved, where people watch the news they agree with, they hang out with people that agree with them, and they stay in their corner, and the only time they come out to the center of the ring is to start screaming at people that whose views they don't agree with or people that they don't like. So what I would also tell you is don't stay in your corner. Come out in the center of the ring, learn, experience, and when someone tells you that something must be the case, instead of shunning them or protesting their right to make that point, make them prove it. That's the way it works here. So finally, I'm going to tell you that the journey here is not just academic. It's here where I first fell in love. It's where I got my heart broken the first time, where I found my closest friends in the world, where I discovered I was not going to be that classics professor I thought I was at the end of my first year. And then, with the help of a very wonderful professor and all the wonderful experiences that I had here, I was finally able to reveal the best version of myself, and that's what I wish for all of you. You all have it in you to succeed, and it's through your own efforts and the opportunities that the college provides that your best self is ultimately going to be revealed. So I also wish you well on this journey that you're starting today. I wish you good luck, and all of us here, and I know that everybody out there, can't wait to see what happens. Thank you. Now, before I leave, and by the way, this is still in a very intimidating place. I can't wait to sit back down. But before I leave, I want to introduce the one person in the room who is certain that you truly belong here. He's the Vice President for Enrollment and Student Advancement and the Dean of College Admissions and Financial Aid, Jim Nondorf.
Okay, hello, welcome students and families. What a crazy few years it has been, but we've all had it, we've all made it together. Congratulations, welcome to the class of 2027. Give yourselves a big round of applause. So, I believe that you will be the best class I have ever admitted. Not only are you brilliant and accomplished, like your upper class peers, but you are resilient. You've stayed the course in the face of adversity. You are amazing, and you have remained thoughtful and kind in challenging times. Basically, thank you for being so awesome. I'm going to tell you that. Secondly, I want to apologize. This will be the outfit I wear for the entire time. No outfit changes like on Zoom, but I did bring some really cool maroon socks here, which I hear that's cool drip. I'm not sure what drip is, but I hear that's cool. And I do have my UChicago boxers on, but I would like to be employed, so I will not show those. Okay, so given your past achievements and your future aspirations, I am certain you will make an incredible contribution to our campus and very soon to the entire world. President Alivasados, as the Dean of College Admissions and Financial Aid, I am pleased and incredibly proud to formally present to you and Dean Hale the outstanding class of 2027. Have an incredible 4 years. Welcome to UChicago.
Welcome. Welcome truly to the University of Chicago. It's such a happiness to see you all here. Whether you're a member of the class of 27, maybe you're an incoming transfer student. I know there's some family members listening outside and friends. For all of you, we can't tell you how thrilled we are that you're here. Like Sam, I was an undergraduate at this great university, and certainly I can promise you, when I was in one of those seats, I did not imagine that I would be up here one day. I'm grateful, though, every day to have the opportunity. And one of the main reasons is because every time I'm here and I see you, it gives me such a sense of the energy and the possibility that you bring to this world. It's so wonderful. And we're going to be partners with you on a journey, not just while you're here, but for your whole life. You're at an exciting inflection point in your lives. Some of you have arrived here with a keen interest in a particular area. I'm not mentioning economics or something, but or a set of areas that you really want to go in that direction. You know your direction. You could be like me. I had to wander about a little bit to find the right spot for myself here. But in either case, this university, the community around us, the city of Chicago, our global campuses, all of them have so much to offer you to help you on your path, to help you understand yourself, to shape your own view of the world, your interests, ultimately your ambitions. In my experience, every single class, every talk you attend, any extracurricular activity you go to, even just a casual conversation, each one of those moments holds the potential to be a defining moment where you gain a fresh insight into the world around you. During my own time on campus, I learned a great deal from fellow students at the extracurricular activity, one of hundreds around here, that I participated in, Doc Films, an amazing society. And the students there helped me learn how to deconstruct films and photos. So in my comments to you today, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about an amazing photographer named Henri Cartier-Bresson. He was perhaps the greatest photographer of all time. Like you, he was part of a community. It was a community of photographers who brought their craft to a new way of thinking of how an image is framed and captured, how it's in a sense designed. He brought a new way of thinking to that. And it was basically thinking about how sharing a moment might illuminate something distinct about ourselves and about the world around us. With their lens, these photographers worked to improve their ability to see, to question. Cartier-Bresson was particularly known for looking for unusual circumstances in the activities of people who went around about their business spontaneously, out on the street or anywhere where people were interacting socially. And somehow he would always come back with the exact image that captured a moment and what made it special. His philosophy of the decisive moment holds profound implications not only for the world of art, but also for how we approach and understand the journey of learning and discovery, the journey you're on. To Cartier-Bresson, photography is the simultaneous recognition in a fraction of a second of the significance of an event, as well as of a precise organization of forms which give that event its proper expression. This decisive moment, as he called it, is a fleeting instant when everything aligns, the light, the subject, the scene. Yet that moment arose from all the disciplined thinking and practice that preceded it. This isn't so different from how you might arrive at a moment of discovery during your learning journey here. Much like the patient and determined photographer, we each take in a vast expanse of information each day. We grapple with uncertainties, and inevitably, we form a viewpoint of our own, an opinion, an idea of how things are. It's a wonderful moment to achieve, but it doesn't represent true understanding. In fact, that moment when you first have an idea may be the moment of your greatest vulnerability. And this is where the university has the most to offer you. You see, this is a community of curious minds committed to challenging what many simply take for granted. We value the influence of ideas, constantly pursuing breakthroughs that not only reshape our understanding of the world, but also serve the greater good of humanity. Question your own idea. Push hard against it. Put it to the test to see if it is true. You have the most to learn by listening with curiosity to others who have a very different point of view than your own. You have the most to give by sharing your views openly. There's wisdom to be gleaned from every corner and from every voice. When you speak, do so with openness and with respect, knowing that your unique perspective also enriches the discourse. In this way, you will truly engage this community and benefit from all it has to offer. As you embark on this next chapter, engage in debates, challenge your beliefs, and most importantly, stay curious. Each moment here holds the promise of a new revelation, not just for you, but for those around you as well. I encourage you to look at the world all the time with the intent of seeing it to make sense. To fiercely look at any situation where things don't. To be aware of how to connect to others who are on a similar journey. You will have many opportunities to do that here. On occasion, in an elusive moment, everything may well align, and a distinct thing may make itself apparent. My deepest hope is that the light shines on the exact piece of knowledge you will seek. The scene of your understanding becomes clear, and you fashion your own decisive moment. Cartier-Bresson's philosophy is a reminder that while the journey is essential, those fleeting moments of clarity give meaning to our endeavors. The moments when the dots connect, when an idea forms, when knowledge crystallizes, those are our personal decisive moments. And just as no two photographs can capture the same instant in time, no two people can experience the joy of understanding in the same way. There will be many decisive moments of clarity for you during your time at the university, and I urge you to always commit to the painstaking work of finding your way to what is true. Take the moments presented to you and interrogate them. You have a wonderful community with you to partner on this. In the years ahead, I urge you to fully embrace everything this community, the university, the city of Chicago, and our global campuses offer. Delve into novel and demanding concepts, be it in the classroom, the lab, the studio, or the wider community outside the campus, and through your many discussions with your peers. There are endless chances to both learn and to give back. Dive into them wholeheartedly. Once more, welcome to the University of Chicago. May your time here be filled with wonderful, wonderful discoveries and boundless success. Today, I have an extraordinary and distinct pleasure. It's the privilege of introducing you to the Dean of the College, Molina Hale. Last spring, Molina was named to this pivotal role. It's with great excitement that I share yours will be the first class that she will have the honor of guiding and mentoring through your academic journey. Through her role, she plays an instrumental part in upholding and advancing the university's core principles, including the cultivation of a thriving intellectual culture that cherishes freedom of expression. She is an ardent champion for our liberal arts-based education. She is an exemplar of scholarly rigor and is a preeminent mind in her field. As a distinguished neuroscientist with a keen interest in biomechanics, she has maintained an expansive and impactful research portfolio throughout her illustrious career. Her scholarly pursuits have focused on unraveling the complexities of neural control of movement. And she has collaborated with engineers to pioneer biological models that inform the design of cutting-edge engineered underwater propulsion systems, meaning machines that move like fish underwater, but better. It's pretty cool stuff. On our campus, her contributions to teaching and mentoring have earned her well-deserved recognition. She is the recipient of the university's prestigious Wayne C. Booth Graduate Student Prize for excellence in teaching and the esteemed Faculty Award for excellence in graduate teaching and mentoring. She will be a steadfast partner in your journey as students and will be dedicated to guiding you as you explore opportunities beyond the college and embark on your careers and personal pursuits. Please join me in extending a warm and heartfelt welcome to Dean Molina Hale.
Hello, everyone out there, and hello, everyone back behind us. It's so good to be here with you. A warm welcome, and I mean warm in multiple different ways, to you, the newest members of the college community, the class of 2027, our students transferring into the college, and of course, our families as well. And also welcome to the more senior students, faculty, staff, and friends here with us today. As President Paul, as students sometimes call him, President Alivasato said, I'm Molina Hale, the new dean of the college. So new students, I know you are every bit as wonderful as Dean Nondorf has conveyed, and you are joining an incredible student body. Our returning students are truly exceptional as students and as human beings. The brains, the energy and creativity, the passion and compassion that you collectively bring to our pursuit of learning and to our community enriches all of us. I've been at the University of Chicago for decades, first as a graduate student and then as a faculty member, but I am new, as Paul said, to the deanship of the college, so this will be my first opening address, and I want to start by saying that I am so proud to be dean of these 4 classes of students that include all of you as Maroons. Go Maroons! Thank you. Now, it is the privilege of the dean on this momentous day in all of our lives to speak on our unique and transformative community and college experience. I can assure you that the college is endlessly fascinating both inside and outside of the classroom with a sense of purpose and vitality that is palpable. To orient you to the journey that lies ahead, I will frame the college experience as one of cultivation and challenge, growth and insight, where others will enrich you, certainly, but also where they will benefit richly from your voice. So let's tour through 3 topics this afternoon. Number 1, the core of the liberal arts. Number 2, our academic community and its voices. And number 3, lessons in learning. So let's begin. Topic 1, the core of the liberal arts. Knowing how hard you've worked and how much you have experienced before college, your accomplishments and your fantastic aspirations, we have no doubt of your abilities as emerging scholars and emerging leaders. You will make a difference in ways that are both meaningful in your careers and meaningful in the world beyond them. As a college, how does our curriculum advance your aims and support your journey? And as a student, how do you find your path and make the most of your time along the way? There are 2 strong foundations to a UChicago college education: the rigorous curriculum we have and the importance we place on free expression. And so you'll hear echoes in my remarks from some of the remarks, particularly from Paul and Sam earlier. To me, the quality of our liberal arts education is dependent on the strength of our intellectual engagement and commitment to open discourse protected by free expression. But before addressing those critical areas, let's first start with the liberal arts curriculum. Liberal arts provides disciplinary breadth of experience and ability to range across fields of study, as well as time to develop in your major an area of focused learning for you. While the college does require breadth of coursework, it isn't a scattershot approach. The result? You will experience a highly curated core curriculum, sets of courses with a theme, with an underlying goal of teaching, in the paraphrased words of past President Hannah Gray, how to think rather than what to think. Through the core curriculum, we want to reinforce the spirit of curiosity about ideas and opportunities. We insist that you load classes in the core in your first 2 years of study. Now, this is a devious plan. There's a devious logic to why we do this. We want you to see the attractions of new areas, to be less certain about what kind of mind you think you have and what you should do with it. While sometimes students switch their plans for a major due to the core experiences, we also see lots of students who find a second passion that brings them incredible personal satisfaction or growth, or a second major or minor. The core aims to expose you to transformative ideas across fields and ways to approach questions that likely have not occurred to you yet. Core sequences in the humanities, social sciences, and other subjects will introduce you to habits of mind and methods, to how scholars in these areas pose questions and do the work of gathering and analyzing evidence. Because many of your peers will be taking these same sequences with you, we hope that lively discussion in the class also sparks continued conversation beyond it. Your cores might seem to be far from your major interests, yet I promise learning transfers. When the future scientist or economist digs into the claims of textual criticism, or the linguist does the same for project-based inquiry in biology, that's anything but a waste of time, providing a richer set of perspectives and tools to approach all problems and questions. The work you put into the core is a long-term investment for approaching life and also for careers, supporting adaptation as life passions shift, and as you advance and adapt to new expectations and responsibilities. Be open to having your mind and interest changed. It happens a lot in college. Be willing to slow down to determine what comes next and to poke at your preconceived notions. You may listen in different measure to advice of pundits, parents, professors, and peers, but the great thing, and perhaps a little anxiety-producing too, is that the core will introduce you to many potential choices in direction, and those choices are yours to make. All right, topic 2, our academic community and its voices. So I'll turn now to this cherished community to which you now belong. I think you can tell how much we all care about it and truly love it. This autumn, you'll see a lot of college spirit around campus through soccer and football games. I think we have some football players over there. The celebrations of homecoming and family weekend, the astounding number of public events that take place and activities of student organizations. We are also a college that extends broadly through our research university. If you take a few minutes to explore the calendars of academic programs, you'll find a never-ending stream of intellectual conversations, of research seminars, readings, and performances to take in. You are welcomed and encouraged to attend. You never know when you'll find a new mentor or friend or come across a new idea that influences your worldview. Community also happens here on a finer level. Throughout these first months in the deanship, the advocacy and caring I have seen students have for each other and for faculty and staff, and likewise the faculty and staff for students and for each other, has been heartwarming. Maroons also delight in each other and our quirky talents and passions. Our motto, honestly, could be different, for how we hold up and honor individuality and unique perspective. That truly is one of my favorite things about the college. Part of honoring all of our perspectives and experiencing our intellectual breadth fully is careful attention to protecting free expression and the academic freedom to pursue research questions and ideas that we as academics, students, and faculty decide are important. The primacy of free expression at UChicago has been in place since the school's beginning and is constantly tended by our community. Even earlier this week, I participated in a workshop on free expression with other deans and department chairs. We invest time and energy in constant renewal of our values because they are so important to us. First years, tomorrow, the Aims of Education address. You'll have that tomorrow evening, your first lecture here, and a following discussion section. That experience will focus on free expression, and I'm so pleased that it's your first lecture in the college. The thing about open discussion and debate, where we can put all our ideas on the table, is that it takes grace for us to listen to ideas that differ from our own, to honestly reflect on our positions, and to engage productively in discussion. We appreciate differences and let each other refine our thinking, respecting that we all need room to grow and to change. The willingness to express different perspectives contributes to all learning. The people who disagree with us the most and are willing to engage in discussion are sometimes the ones we learn from the most, as they push us to look deeper into our own assumptions and hone our arguments. Our own ideas can only be as sharp and durable as the extent of the views that we consider, and by extension, the voices that push back on ours. So dig down, and you'll find that the spirit of the university has a lot to do with what we contribute. UChicago is a place where we all give to the learning and growth of others, not simply because we are here, but because we can all speak, listen, deliberate, inspire, and ask for answers. Topic 3, lessons in learning. Earlier in this address, I mentioned the rigorous curriculum and free expression as foundational to the college experience. We touched on free expression just now, and we'll come back to rigor here. To state the obvious, classes are challenging, and professors will push you to learn in the disciplines that we care so much about. I can assure you that the college believes totally in each of you and is committed to your success, and that we will support and cheer your progress all along the way. We care deeply that you learn and grow, and it is important that you are able to be well and thrive as a person, not just a learner. You may have found high school easy, or had supports for your wellness and learning built into your schedule alongside your classes. You will likely find here that you are creating those supports anew. It's important for all of us to be honest about what we need to have a successful quarter. Believe me, the quarter moves fast and can easily get ahead of any of us. Developing support structures that work for you is important, and by this I do mean for your wellness as well as for your learning. Incredibly helpful to both our friendships and other connections, to housemates and the leaders in your houses, to peers in classes and more senior students. And there are many offices in the college and the university to provide support and resources as well. Academic advisors, tutors, folks in student wellness, and in the dean's office. Sometimes it is hard to understand what you as an individual need and to ask for it. I promise that students and faculty members who you would most look up to rely on networks of friends, loved ones, mentors, and support structures. Most of us not only have great intellectual strengths, but also areas in which we struggle. Think about what support you might need and ask for help, and be a support to your friends and to the others around you. Particularly when there are setbacks or unforeseen challenges, those supports we get to know and nurture provide a safety net and help us to regain our sure footing. So pulling these topics together, the college provides so many opportunities for academic exploration and is a vibrant community full of lively and sometimes difficult conversations and debate. All that the college has to offer can best be engaged and enjoyed by having supportive relationships and asking for help when needed. We can't wait to see what you bring to the college experience and to watch your unique journey. Now, before I end, I did want to add a message to parents. So parents, having spoken about the growth and community to students, I'll close by congratulating you. You are marking an important transition of your own. Your love and support have made this occasion in your students' life possible. You will play a crucial but changed role in seeing your students through the college as they mature in ways that delight you and show you that they are capable of things that you always suspected and more. I share what you're going through this week as a parent. The middle of my 3 children is starting college far from home this year. My oldest child, is a student in the college here, and I remember the bittersweetness of watching him process through Hale Gate as you will watch your child in a few minutes. It is an unforgettable moment for any parent. In the days, weeks, and months leading up to this moment, there are so many things to do, from checking out dorm rooms and buying supplies to scoping out the neighborhood, all to confirm that they are ready to thrive once we hug them and say goodbye. We parents know that this is the culmination of years of support and loving guidance, and that was before all the anxious work of applying to hoped-for colleges, waiting for responses, and finally celebrating their admissions to the University of Chicago. Today's ritual is a statement that your child is ready for the remarkable journey ahead. As parents, the sight of your child gathered in this cathedral, joining one of the world's greatest universities, also fills us with pride and admiration. Your children are now University of Chicago students. They are really a wonderful spark for all of us who now welcome them to the life on campus. I speak for all of the college when I say that we share your pride and your confidence in them. We are excited to support them and to celebrate their accomplishments in the college. Now, this occasion closes with our ritual parting of ways. After we hear the alma mater, you, the class of 2027, will process through Hale Gate to take your class photo, and then return with your new friends to events in your residence halls. For parents and families, you are warmly invited to join President Alivasatos, myself, and other members of the college faculty and leadership for a reception in Hutchinson Courtyard. Welcome to our cherished community, and welcome to this academic year. Thank you.
Class of 2027, please rise and follow along on the back of your programs for the singing of the alma mater presented by the Motet Choir. Class of 2027, we ask that you sit back down until our stage party have processed out the back of the chapel. We will then dismiss each area at a time, starting with the balconies, then the front, then the sides, and then each row until the back. Students, you will follow the flags and stage party from the chapel, down the street, up to the main quad where your parents, families, and guests will be cheering you on as you participate in the long-standing tradition of crossing through Hale Gate. You will continue through the campus until you reach the athletic field for your class photo. Stage party, please begin the procession of the class of 2027. Your gonfalons will lead you.